Okay, gravycat98, I got your email. Okay, I'm making up the video. The reason why I do this is because I teach people, and people who ask me questions, I make videos up so they understand easier. And since you're 15, that makes it a lot easier because it's too much to write. You're gonna have to use. Oh, you're gonna have to excuse my yawning. It's 1:49 in the morning here in the state in Pennsylvania. Okay, folks, here's what she wrote me. Okay, help please. Big bold letters. Okay, I made a bad decision and used the Ouija board or however you spell it. Alone, and it works, and I was talking to the spirits, and he said I was possessed. Alright, then he started making patterns on the board and wouldn't talk to me anymore. And he's the only spirit I can talk to now. I don't know what this means, but it definitely is real. Please help. I'm scared. How can I become unpossessed? My friend warned me not to use it alone. Alright, I'm gonna get out of this window here. Okay. First off, alright, you shouldn't have used the Ouija board. You should have listened to your friend, but it's already done and over with, so there's nothing I can say or do about it. Okay, now, the good news is, I'm going to have to adjust my camera here. Okay, the good news is you are not possessed. Okay. I don't feel that you are. And the reason why the spirit, the Ouija board comes with the spirit. I don't know if you bought it new or if you had already bought it that was used. You didn't state, but you can let me know. Okay. That's the good news. You're not possessed. They lie. Okay, they lie. The thing is doing it to scare you. It's a lower plane type demon, and it's just a bullshitter. And one thing they cannot do with me is bullshitter. Okay. You should have listened to your girlfriend. I'm first going to chew you out because this ought to be a lesson to you that you do not fool around with the Ouija boards. You don't fool around with cards unless you know exactly what you're doing. And I can't seem to get this camera right. Alright? Okay. Enough said on that subject. Perfect. Okay, enough said on that subject. They lie, number one. Okay? And I'm going to make it in terms that are simple for a 15-year-old because 15-year-olds is hard for them to comprehend. Hint, hint. Okay? We are taught, okay, about demons in the Bible. I'm sure you are a Christian and I'm sure you believe in God. Okay, and it warns us not to fool around with these things. And unless you really know what you're doing, I don't see no harm in it. But this is what happens when kids get a hold of a Ouija board. First, I want to know if it was used. Second, I want to know if you had bought it brand new. Okay? Because in the two, it makes a big difference. If it was used, there are many spirits with it. And if it was new, there's only one that comes with it. And if you bought it brand new, then you got a hold of the spirit that came with the board. Every board has a spirit. Okay? And they are not good. Unless you know how to channel them yourself to open them up, bring them in, knows who's there and who's not, then you don't mess with it. Okay, so obviously you got a hold of one that is a lower plane, which is no threat to you. It's telling you that you are possessed because it wants to scare you. And once you keep going back and more or less, it's getting its rocks off by telling you that you're possessed, and you're not. Okay? I don't know if this is the first time using it, but stay away from it from now on. I cannot stress that enough with people, especially kids. This is what I deal with. It's kids getting a hold of these things. Okay? Now, they're liars. Okay? He's getting his rocks off by, making you scared and paranoid and all this stuff. As long as you are sleeping at night, as long as you don't feel tugging, hear any growling or any touching or anything like that, or come up with scratches, scratches like on the arm or whatever, and there's 3 of them. if you get scratched. I don't feel this has happened to you. Now, if you would continue on with the Ouija board, it would progress because you're playing into it. Okay? And you did a stupid thing. You realize that now. And my suggestion is for you to get rid of the board. I may get flack from this, but you don't know what you're doing. It takes an experienced person to fool around with one of these boards. They make it look like a game, but it's really not. As I said before, if you bought it new, it already come with a spirit. If you bought it used, it come with many spirits, and you don't know what spirits there are in there. But you are not possessed. There's no reason for you to be afraid. Just ask it. You know, if you haven't had no trouble out, this is how the board works. You have the spirit, and if he don't want to talk to you no more, fine and dandy, put him in fire and burn it. And then you'll hear it yelling, okay? But say a Lord's Prayer first. Say a prayer of some type. I don't know what denomination you are, but say it's St. Michael's if you're Catholic. Say a Hindu prayer, whatever you are, nationality you are, and you follow that religion, you say that, okay? You pray, for protection. A prayer of protection is what it's called. And if you don't know what a prayer of, you ask your parents, or go to your priest or whoever, okay? I'm telling you how to get out of this mess. I'm sure you have not experienced any after effects, such as the taunting, the touching, the scratching, the growling, and the breathing on you, and so forth like that. Because I think you realized after the first time it scared you enough to stay away from it. So that's what I'm suggesting you to do, is stay away from it. Burn it. Say a prayer of protection and burn it, okay? And don't fool with it no more. Because what's happening is you're asking for a lot of trouble. And the supernatural, you cannot buck up against them unless you know what you're doing. I never do an exorcism unless I say the Lord's Prayer. I never say an exorcism unless I pray to St. Michael. I'm a little bit Catholic, I'm a little bit Lutheran, I'm a little bit Methodist, so I'm a combination of everything, okay? So don't be afraid. I want to hear back from you. I make up these videos so people will learn, okay? And this is a learning process for a lot of people out there. And I not only do ghost hunting, I'm also an exorcist, and I do healing and all that stuff, but I also have intuitive ways about me, and I can tell you're not possessed. You're scared. And this is what this happened to a 16-year-old that I had to do an exorcism on. Only she didn't fool with no Ouija boards or anything like that. It just happened to been that someone in her house had opened up a door, and you're at the ripe age where they come after, okay? That's another thing. You're 15 years old. You're at the ripe age where they come after. You have different demons coming, at your age. You got to be protective of yourself. You got to be protective, you got to pray. You got to do a lot of, soul search. You should be doing soul searching instead of the Ouija board. And, but you were 15 and she was 15. And there was 3 of them in her bedroom. They did not even allow her to sleep. They did not allow her to turn on TV. They told her that they would hurt her if she went against what they said. And today she's in college. She's free. But she dealt with it for a long time. I don't know how many times you fool with the Ouija board, but stop it. I don't feel that you're possessed. You're scared. And they feed off of that fear, okay? They feed off of your fear. Don't give in to it. Do not give in to it. And just the only way that when you get yourself into a mess like this is to take it out, say a prayer of protection, and burn it. And guaranteed you'll hear something screaming in it. Alright, hope this helps. Let me know. And if you have any more questions, let me know, and I'll try to answer.